Joined now by the mighty Brandon Vera. Brandon, great to see you. It's been a while. How pleased are you to be back at it? Very excited for this one. Is it official yet?
If you're asking if it's official, I'm going to assume that I cannot say anything official yet then.
Oh man, I've just ruined myself. Yeah, well, it's a strange one, right? But I mean, I saw one of your Instagram posts not so long ago saying, I'm in camp, I'm ready, I'm just waiting for the drop. I can only imagine that it's days away, but I can only make the assumption that it's going to be one of the TNT cards and it's going to be Arjan Bhullar finally. Would that be fair to say?
You know, there's a lot of fair things. There's a lot of things to assume, but you know, it's the Corona world. We don't know what's happening. So good luck with all of the assumptions. I love all of them. I'm hoping, like, man, it would be nice to be on a TNT card. So I can't say one way or another. What's the old saying? I can neither confirm nor deny.
It's crazy, right? This whole game is full of roller coaster emotions. People get injured, people pull out, things happen. In the COVID world, it's even more like that. How's it been for you?
Even worse.
Yeah, how's it been for you? I mean, that Arjan Bhullar fight has been on the cards for forever, it feels like. So how do you deal with that mentally?
You know, we signed for that right before I think the lockdowns all happened, you know. So I mean, I've been thinking about that guy for a long time. It would be nice to get that one in. Just dealing with the world in general is difficult and weird because, you know, just in the United States, every state has its own set of rules for COVID. Now, that's just on a state level. Now let's go ahead and start crossing international borders with flights, with rules, with testing. You know, so it multiplies times 100. So it was very hard to bring anyone out to Asia to train and to have training partners. And man, you know, I was blessed to, man, me and we had an amazing war. And then right after that, when nobody got the sauce, me and had a conversation when we were getting checked out by the doctor in the back. And we were just laughing and hanging out the whole time, man. So when it came time, you know, when the world was changing, I'm not ready to be done. I'm not ready to be talking about retirement. I'm not ready to be moving on to the next thing, even though we are lining up things to do after. I'm the champ. I'm the world champ. I'm gonna retire the champ. And I talked to my wife about this. I talked to my coaches about this. I talked to everybody, you know. And as the world changes, and as you know, friendship started, you know, materializing. I called I called Martin, and we talked, and I got to talk to Coach Henry Hoof. Coach Henry said, "Please come out." Man, life became another adventure. It's like I have a bunch of chapters in my book, and this is a whole another chapter that was unplanned, unexplained, and not thought of. I didn't think about writing this chapter. It's just part of the gig. If you want to stay champ, you got to go do champ stuff. And this is where I'm at right now, Sanford MMA. Thank you guys for having me.
It looks really cool over there. You got kind of a little bit of a one championship home away from home. Then you got, you know, some pretty incredible UFC guys. What have you got? Kamaru, Chandler, Robbie Lawler, people like that. It's crazy over there, right?
Listen, it's ridiculous. Every top, there's somebody from every top 10 weight class in every top organization in the entire world training at Sanford MMA. It's so big that they're going to have to stop taking people soon. And they're going to have to. We're splitting practices. Sometimes the big guys have to go a little bit after the littler guys. But man, everybody's of the same dream. Everybody's of the same mind at Sanford MMA. Everyone is about this lifestyle. Like, we understand that the world turns. We understand things happen. We understand the world isn't perfect, especially the small world that we live in. So everybody understands that, and we just let it slide off the shoulder, and we just keep moving forward. We just keep things focused on belts, championships, being number one, staying number one. So it's a very cool thing that I haven't been around in a long time. Like I haven't been immersed in it and can just be a student. I go there like a little kid every day. I'm asking for permission to do everything. It's so cool.
Who are the main big guys over there? Who's your main sparring partner? Because I mean, the show you guys put on, you and Ong, was something else. So have you guys been sparring together? Like, who's your main? Like, who do you spar with?
I've got a friend with Ong. We sparred a little bit. I spar with Big Steve from Bellator. I spar with Kyle. Man, this dude Kyle, this wrestling guy. Listen, man. I can't wait for him to break through in any organization. His style is nasty. He's a heavyweight wrestler who can beat people up like Randy Couture, and he's very good at wrestling. So I can't wait to see him go. Big Steve, you have to know who he is, man. He's the giant in Bellator. He's 24 years old, and I have to look up to this guy like this. So who Big Steve is, man. He's gonna be doing big things in Bellator. He's knocking people out. Linton also, I think he's in Bellator as well. Man, then there's UFC, the legend. He's he's at one championship now. Vitor Belfort was there today. Chuck Liddell was in there the other day. Okay, so we're just talking about MMA. How about you want to ask us? I'm not talking about just doing light training. They're training with the pro team, doing all the stuff we're doing. So when we're doing wall work, man, come on. There's a line pushing you into the concrete, into the wall, like it does matter. And then, sorry, I'm still talking. There's Big Baby. Oh man, Big Baby, the boxer, heavyweight. So Big Baby's training in the gym. Man, this dude is 380. And no one can hit him in the face because he moves that fast. Come on, man. So the training is there. The mindset is there. Everybody's there with the same goal. It's family oriented. Sanford MMA is a blessing, man, in a lot of people's lives. I'm glad that Coach Henry Hoof had the wherewithal and the fortitude to make something like that happen. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
That's awesome, man. It's great to hear. We're very excited to have you back. I think people need more of the truth in their lives. But I just got to say, with everything happening, is there any part of you that's like, no matter what happens, I'm fighting, like if anything happens to Arjan, find me another heavyweight. Is that kind of a thing,
Listen, no matter who I'm fighting, on the date that I'm fighting, I'm fighting. I don't care. I'm in, man. We made the move. We're over here. I'm getting my ass whooped every day training. And it's amazing. There's so many one guys there. There's so many other organization guys there, and everybody's about the same thing. So listen, I have not been getting my ass whooped training like this to not be scrapping on the event night and take my title and defend our belt to bring it home. We're making that happen.
Are you excited by the whole division? Because I kind of feel that maybe heavyweight wasn't given the love that it might have been given for a little while. Like, you see all the other divisions, they've got their rankings and everything. And you're kind of wondering, what's happening with heavyweight. And then all of a sudden this last year, you've got, people like Amir Ali Akbari coming in. Gordon Ryan has just signed. I mean, that is wild.
Come on, man.
Numerous badasses have just been added in the last year. So what do you think of that?
Dude, are you kidding me? It's the I would say the one championship division wasn't the thickest. It's definitely talented, and all the heavyweights are amazing. Everybody you see, I think one championship's finish rate is 80% or 85%, something ridiculous. Like people that won, we don't play. You multiply at the heavyweight, I think almost every heavyweight fight finishes. I think. I'm trying to think of one that doesn't finish. So everyone at heavyweight is a finisher. It's what we do. Now you just went around the world and picked up a bunch of world champions and a bunch of different organizations, different events, undefeated fighters from other organizations. Come on, man. Like, listen, we got the cream of the crop brewing here at One Championship. And that's why I decided I have to do something. It's easy to get on top of the mountain. It's very easy to make it to the top of the mountain. I'll tell you that right now. It's easy to get to the top, but to stay on top, that's hard as hell. And this is the only thing I could think of to make the adjustment, to make the fact that we're trying to stay on top. We're going to be on top for a long time.